Okay, Rap Freak 13 here, or Tropical Pumpkin on TechPB and PB Nation. I'm going to do a first impressions video on the Geo2, so let's get started. Okay, so the case it comes in, it's a really nice metal case, pretty solid. I do wish they would have made the metal here a little bit more solid, but pretty good case. I like it a lot. Uses a zipper, which I like better than the old little buttons that you have to pull. In the back here, Geo2, and then your warning and all that. You have to be 18, which you all know isn't true, but they gotta do it for legal stuff. Open it up. Here's what the zipper looks like. It says Eclipse, or it has the E and the star. It's got these lines on it there. But you open it up. Very, very nice packaging. You got the barrel sock, which I think they made smaller. I remember my Ego 8 used to be a little bit bigger, wider, but maybe to cut down on costs, whatnot. But yeah, it's a barrel sock. You get this little thing of Dow 33. Pretty cool. Little, I don't know how to describe it, just metal thing, but it's not like hard metal. It's thin. You got your spares, which there's a ton of stuff in here. It's super thick. O-rings, grip frame screw, or not grip frame, but grip screws. Basically everything you're ever gonna need. And then you've got this thing, which I took out of there because it's too tight of a fit. You got a solenoid gasket, and then you've got two what are they called? Reg seats. Then you got this little white thing that goes the fitting so that all the air vents out, just in case you lose that. Then you got these spacer things, which is if you need to shoot reballs, you put those in, but you only use those if you're shooting reballs. If you're not going to be shooting reballs, don't use them, because otherwise you're not going to be able to bring your velocity up. Okay, now here's probably the first thing I don't like about the, not really the Geo2, but the case. The Allen keys are extremely hard to get out. Remember my 08, it was super easy to get out, just slide out. This is almost impossible to get out. I don't even think I'll be able to get these out right now, but actually, there we go. You gotta really put your finger underneath there and kind of flip it out. As you can see, it's actually hurting my finger there, trying to get this thing out. And you finally get it out. Just because of that, though, I'm probably not going to be using these much. I've got 3 or 4 Allen key sets, so it's not that big of a deal anyway, but still, it is kind of annoying. But the cool thing is, one of the things I do like, though, is these Allen keys. Put the side, look at the gun. Let's see, wait this one out. These Allen keys are ball-headed, so you can actually turn it at an angle, and it will still be fine. It will keep it secure. It's not going to strip the screw or anything. So that's nice. And I like this more than the die multi-tool. Because the die multi-tool, because it's big, it's really hard. Let's say you're trying to get to the grip frame. Because on the die, you have to stick it through the trigger guard. And it's just really hard to do that with the multi-tool. So I really found myself never using that. It's just too bulky. And put that in there, and yet again, almost impossible to get out. Okay, it's nice foam, it's thick, it's not soft, so your gun is super safe. You got the shaft 4 barrel, which I really, really like. It's got a longer control bore than the regular barrel. So I remember I mentioned on the CF boomstick, the control bore is longer by an inch. It makes it more efficient and quieter. And this is like that too, it comes with its stock. And I think this actually weighs less than the CF boomstick. I don't know, just by feeling it. Then we have the barrel tip, just super, super light, weighs nothing. And basically, this is a male threading, and this is a female threading, and it's reverse threaded, like always, so it's nice. We've got the manual, which is typical of Planet Eclipse, great manual. All the pictures and stuff. I like that. I don't really read that. I mean, I read it online already, so I mean, this is just good to have in the field. Okay. And then we have the gun itself. So some of the things I like about the gun. I'll put that there. I really like these grips. They're thick at the bottom, but thin at the top. You can probably see this in the video. Thick at the bottom, and they get thinner. Almost reminiscent of the ultralight frame for the die guns. And they really milled this down from the previous Geo, or the Geo Plus. As you can see, it's milled down so much that you can actually see the solenoid. Where it's milled out here to fit the solenoid. And you got these nice 3D lines there. Kind of look like liquid. It's really nice. And you got it cut out there. You got the Geo2 jewel. You've got this little thing right here. When you gas it up, it goes up. It's the prop shaft. Some people said it might get annoying, the little thing back there, but I actually didn't notice it at all when I was shooting it. You've got these screen here. I did notice that the buttons are they're harder to press than the 08, but I got used to them. Press it twice. Go. You got the game timer, shot counter, actual rate of fire measurer, and the peak rate of fire. Then over here you got the eyes. I set mine to micro switch. Then I turned the turning lock off and the battery level. I like how it has a pretty big screen and just has a ton of modes. Like anything you're ever gonna need. You're not gonna need to buy an aftermarket board for this gun. Turn it off. I really like how they made the grip frame here. It's not, the length of the gun isn't really increased that much, just barely. But they made the trigger frame a lot smaller. I don't know, that could be a problem for some people. It makes it so you can wrap your hand. I'll show you. You can wrap your hand all the way around this, like the Lux. So it gives you that nice stable grip. You got the SL3 inline regulator, which is female threaded, and this is the male threading, so not that big of a deal. Then you got the feed neck, which is just a feed neck, so it's not that amazing. Got the Geo2 bolt assembly, which is basically just a GST bolt and can with a few holes milled into the back of them, different than the GST, but besides that, the only real change to the bolt assembly is the prop shaft, which is completely different. Let's see. What else is there? I think that's pretty much it. So yeah, that's Geo2. Oh yeah, how it shoots. The way the Geo2 shoots, it's kind of weird. It's super smooth. Like I expected something a little bit more poppy, like the regular Geo or the like normal unbalanced spools, but it actually really surprised me. It feels smoother than the DMs and Luxes I've shot, smoother than my old Lux. So that really surprised me. It's also super quiet. It doesn't have that kind of whoosh sound to it like a Lux, or the squishy sound signature like the DM, but it's definitely quiet. I'll tell you that. But yeah, I really like it. It's pretty fast on semi. I like the trigger a lot. And yeah, thanks a lot.